Good morning. My name is Brother David. Welcome back to Morning Devotion. Today, my topic is you're not stuck because you can't. You're stuck because you won't. And I want that to sit and resonate with you guys for a second, so I'm going to sing for you quickly. What a friend we have in Jesus, all our sins and griefs to bear. What a privilege to carry everything to God in prayer. Ooh, what peace we often forfeit. Oh, what needless pain we bear. All because we do not carry everything to God in prayer. I chose What a Friend We Have in Jesus, which is 125 in the hymnal, because I feel like it explains a lot of how we move along in life even sometimes as spiritual beings, but as human beings, we tend to have very little reliance on God. And that right there is key to attracting a spirit of stagnation. The spirit of stagnation is a very stubborn spirit, and it's consistent prayer and it's aggressive prayer. When I say aggressive prayer, I mean constant prayer. Just you want to be all up on God to get that spirit off you, because that spirit of stagnation, it leaves you like a top in mud or a deer in headlights, just frozen in fear. You're just neither there or anywhere. It's a bad place to be. Spiritual stagnation now, like when you're going through life with very reliance on God, with very little reliance on God, you start to have a very bigoted attitude and everything is normally about you. And now when it comes to your goals and stuff in life, you may make some doing whatever you want, but if your will is not aligned with God's will, then you won't eventually get that true matter of your heart, or what you're truly seeking. Or you may get what you're seeking, but it may not be divinely granted. Like, you might be getting it from other places. I don't know what you're into, but my best advice is to just wait patiently on the Lord and He will fulfill you. I want you guys to understand that when you're in a place of stagnation, you need to realize that, okay, you're in a place of stagnation, and what you want to do is you want to start to implement change. You don't want to just continue, because then you'll eventually reach spiritual dryness, where that fountain of spirit that God, we all have in us, starts to run dry. And then you're basically a zombie. You're just dead, walking, a man in just flesh, because there's no spirit in you, and there means you have no substance. Therefore, you're no longer, you're better off dead. Not encouraging anybody to do anything crazy, but if you come to a point where you're not teachable anymore, or you have no more spirit, you're dead. Isaiah 43, verse 18 to 19 says, "Remember ye not the former things, neither consider the things of old. Behold, I will do a new thing, now it shall spring forth, shall ye not know it? I will even make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert." So I chose Isaiah 43 verses 18 to 19, because it's telling us here that to not dwell on things of the past. You know, maybe sometimes you commit a sin or you do something that you know you wasn't supposed to do, and it's right in your heart, and it's just, you're anxious about it or whatever it may be. But here they're telling us to remember not the former things or the things that have come before. It says neither to consider the things of old. And behold, I will do a new thing now, it shall spring forth. So you need to trust in the Lord, and you know, as long as you stay of good courage, that the Lord will, because God is a just God, and you know, he knows we'll fall short, but it's a lie from the pit of hell that when you feel like you fall short or you're in a stagnation period, that you need to stop praying, or you feel like, don't be embarrassed to come back into God if you feel like you and God are on a little bit of a standoff, because God loves you unconditionally and he wants you to be in his presence at all times. He doesn't want you to, you know, stray away and continue to do your own thing and live a spiritually dry life or a stagnant life. In closing, I just want you guys to remember that being stuck is not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes we need to sit back and be silent. But in that stuckness, don't stay too long. If you're stuck, figure out a way. It's the same thing like a test. Because, you know, when the teacher says, you know, it's time to hand in that test, it's time to hand in that test. So if you're stuck on that question, use the test to help you take the test. Go on to the next question. See if you could use something else to get insight on the answer, which is spiritually, you would pray, or you would read, or there's always an answer somewhere, but you got to go out and search. Eternal, never-wise God, I'm asking you, dear Lord, to reach those who feel like they may be in a stagnation period of their life right now. Father, Lord, I pray at this time that you break them from any strongholds, Father, Lord, any chains, Father, Lord, any spiritual dryness, Father, Lord. I pray that you fill their cup and that it be running over, so that it pours down and runs over on their family and their generations, Father, Lord. I pray that in any goals and aspirations that people have set, and in mine too, Father, Lord, that we strive through them, Father, Lord, and we get to the best, and that we don't get stuck in the birth canal. And these are a few words of my heart.